Stop right now. Wait a minute, just stop. I want you to answer this one question. Do you know the main reason a long-distance relationship can fail at the very beginning, or pretty close to the beginning? Well, when you hear the answer, you'll think, I know that. Yeah, we all do. But the problem is how you understand it. Now, the number one question that I want to ask you is, what is the number one thing that you better do with a Filipino? Man, that's kind of an open question because there's a lot, all right? We're going to talk about the number one thing that can make a relationship stronger or it can destroy it. And then we're going to talk about why it does, all right? By the end of the video, you'll have some pretty strong knowledge to help make sure that she sticks to you like glue, all righty? Hey, y'all, I need your help. I want to ask you to take just a second and subscribe where we can get the channel out to more people. It'll help a lot, and it's free. Come on, help me out here, guys. Now, have you ever been in a long-distance relationship with an Asian woman where everything seems to be going along great, just wonderful? Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, something goes wrong. She backs away, and you don't have any idea what the problem is. This ever happen to you? We're going to learn why, where you don't ever have this happen to you again. Or better yet, we're going to learn why, where you can avoid it from the very start and save yourself a lot of problems. Now, when you're starting a long-distance relationship, there is a lot to consider. I mean, a lot. There are so many things that can make or break a relationship. But what we want to do is we want to get down to the real core of the matter. Something that can cause it to break up and just cause all kind of problems. Are you ready for the answer? Well, you know, it pretty much goes without saying there has to be a physical attraction. But after that, what do we need to know? I've said it so many times in previous videos, but somehow the point seems to always get overlooked. Now, in the Philippines, in their culture, there's one thing that stands out very strong, and that's family. Yeah, I hear you saying, I know that, Slider. But have you ever thought about it a little? Well, don't think about it a little, okay? Think about it a lot. It's a strong part of their life. And the family plays a critical role in everything that they do. You know, if you've ever been around a Filipina for a while, you've noticed that her life is built around her family. She's always doing things with them, and you'll see it. So, how important is this to you in your relationship? Well, there's two things that we want to consider. The first part is to learn why her family can be a deal breaker in your relationship. And the second part is how to solve the problem to your advantage, all right? Been around a Filipino, we see it every day, the influence that the family has on her. You know, she helps the family members. She might even help earn money for the family. Her parents, her brothers, her sisters, they've all set a path that she's going to follow. And that path is they have helped her. They have shown her the importance of the family as a unit, and she's learned her lesson well, believe me. So is that a bad thing in your relationship? It can be. However, if you understand it, it can also be the cement that binds your relationship together. So how can you use this family bond to make your relationship stronger? Well, at some point early on in your relationship, she's going to start talking about her family. Now, this is the time to listen to what she has to say very closely. Ask questions. Learn about her family. You want to know their names. You want to know their ages. You want to know the role that they play in the family. Learn about her mother and father. Are they still together? Are they still alive? Who works to help support the family? This is the time that you gather as much information about her family as possible. And you might even be surprised to find out some of the things that you learn. Probably will be. Okay, how is this going to help you, though? We want to talk about your relationship. Remember I said that family plays a huge role in their life. That means they also have some control over what she thinks and what she does. What if they don't have a good impression of you and thinks that maybe she'd be better off with another man? You can see how this pulls on her emotions, and it will make her consider leaving you to look for someone her family approves of. You might not even know it's happening, but trust me, it can and it will happen. So what's the answer? In the beginning, if you didn't pay attention to her family talk that she was giving to you, she might already be considering another man. Is this going to hurt you? Yeah, it can. It certainly can. Honestly, it might be too late already. But if you start in the beginning of the relationship to develop with her family, it's smart. Or you might even say a must do. I'd say a must do. Now, oftentimes in a relationship, she'll ask you, would you like to meet my family? Now listen, no matter how you feel, no matter what you might have been planning to do at that time, the answer is a resounding yes, 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 I'd love to meet your family. Pay attention. You do not want to give her the impression that you can get to it later. No. And you don't want her thinking that you don't think it's really important. You want her to know that it's important to you. You want her to know that to meet her family is super important, and it's super important to her, I can guarantee you, because it means that she's reached a point where she feels she wants her family to get to know you and approve of you. The approval thing is more important than people realize. Now, if she's even got the slightest idea you want to meet, don't want to meet them, it can easily be a deal breaker. But wait, let's carry it a little further, okay? Not only do you want to meet them, you want to become a part of the family. Take the time to get to know each one of them and show interest in their life. Do things with her sisters and her brothers and talk to her parents. Now, when she sees that you want to become a part of the family, the chances your relationship are going to grow is very strong. But if she sees you don't want to have any interest in getting to know them, her intentions could quickly turn around and go the other way. But caution. There's a downside that you need to understand. If you don't know it already, now's the time to learn. You're going to quickly find out when you do things with the family, which might include cousins and all kind of relatives and maybe a few neighbors thrown in there. When you do things with them, they expect you to be the one to pay for it. After all, you are the rich foreigner, right? Yeah. All right. In the early stages of getting to know them, they must understand that there are some things you can pay for and some things that you won't pay for. Once they understand the boundaries of the money thing, it's going to be a lot easier, all right? There's nothing worse than falling into a trap of always paying for everything. That's an easy trap to fall into. So we have to be careful. Talk to your partner. Explain that you have money to help out with some things, but not all things. Because you're not rich, and you have to plan out for what you're going to do, and explain to her that you're planning for life with her, and you need to budget where you'll be able to have the money to make that plan become a reality. I think she'll understand you. Now, I can't say enough about how important it is to show interest in being a part of the family. It took me a while to learn that. But when I did learn it, it really helped. Now, the funny part, I really enjoy being a part of the family now. Even if money's tight for them, they're going to always find a way to be together, to be happy. And if she sees that you accept them and become a part of that life, it's going to really help. Now, final note, just remember, if you take the time and show the interest in developing that family bond, it's going to give you a strong edge. Just keep that in mind. And like I said, you're probably going to really enjoy being with the family anyway. Now remember, subscribe, and then let's just slide on over to the next video. See you there.